Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and as you know, I'm back at you again with another video. I need every Chosen Vessel to smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe, all right? Because we back at you again with another video. Shout out to the Chosen Vessels, shout out to the Galactic family, and salute to Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. Onlookers must be quiet. They can't be in the audience and be trying to steal the show in the same light. Onlookers, be quiet. Onlookers must be quiet. People who are sitting in your audience, all right, watching your show, are trying to be a part of, they're trying to be in the audience, but they're trying to be a part of the show in the same light. Now, I don't know about you guys, but you cannot pay tickets to see a show and in the same light try to be a part of that show. It doesn't work that way. You have to make your mind up. If you want to be a part of the show, you got to spend time auditioning, right? You got to audition. You got to practice. You got to make sure that you're the one who is equipped to play out this role, all right? If you want to be the star of the show, you have to be the one who can play the role. If you can't play the role, then you have no business trying to be the star of the show, especially in somebody else's show. That's why they're onlookers. They want to be in the audience and try to control the show from the audience. If you wanted to be in the show, you got to create your own show. You got to put in your own work. You got to go act. You got to read your script. You got to memorize those lines. You have to go get casted out, all right? You have to put on your own costume, and you got to put your makeup on, and you got to get in character mode. And if that's what you want to do, that's what you got to do, right? That's why onlookers must be quiet, because you have to be quiet. You can't control somebody else's show. And if somebody is trying to control your show, they need to get out the audience and they need to audition for their own play. They need to audition for their own act. They need to go create something for themselves to where they can go do something, and they could go have something, and they could go create something. Because if they don't, then what are they going to have? What are they going to do? They're not going to be able to do anything. They're not going to have their own thing, and they never will. They're just going to be mad at all the other people who do. They're going to be so mad at you because you have your own thing. It doesn't make sense. And that's not your problem that they're mad at you because you have your own thing. That's their problem. That's not your fault. It's their fault that they don't have the ability to make certain things happen. It's their fault that they're not able to be the one who can say, you know what? I'm in control of this. I've got this. I can do what I need to do. I'm not going to try to steal light from anybody else. I'm not going to try to steal the show from anybody else. I'm not going to try to get in this person's way and try to stop what they have going on. I'm not going to try to control this person's life. I'm not going to try to make this person feel less than, right? I'm not going to tell this person what I think they should do. I'm not going to try to control what other people do. I'm not going to try to control people because I think I'm better than them or have more power than them. You need to control your own show. You need to control your own life. They don't run your show. Everybody's life is their own show. This is the Drew show. Your life is the you show. All right? You don't let anybody run your show. You don't let anybody from the audience, any onlooker, try to come and try to take advantage of the fact that you got something going on. All right? People want to take advantage of the fact that you have good energy and that you're an easygoing person. They think that they could just get free energy from you, use you for your positivity, and then just keep it moving. right? That's where you get fake people at. There are a lot of fake people out here in this world that do just that. But those are the onlookers, and they have to be quiet. All right, they can't be in the audience and be trying to steal the show in the same breath. Anybody trying to steal the show from you is going to have to work just as hard as you to create their own show, because you don't let anybody steal the show from you anymore. People have been stealing the show from you for a long time because you didn't know any better. You didn't know that people were taking your good from you. You didn't know that people were trying to use you for your good energy. You didn't know that there were energy vampires. You weren't aware of these kinds of people. You weren't aware that these people existed. All you knew was that there were people who kept trying to put themselves in your face. All you knew was there were people who, if you went a certain way, they would go a certain way. All you knew that is if you were having a bad mood or you were having a bad day, certain individuals would be out for blood trying to get that negative energy from you in the form of a reaction. That's all you knew. You didn't know that people were trying to steal the show. You didn't know that people were trying to steal your light. You had no idea people were trying to steal your. So yes, back to our video. All right, had to be prepared. I'm glad I'm prepared. All right, onlookers, they got to be quiet. They can't be in the audience trying to control your show. All right, people who are onlookers that are in the audience, they're going to be watching you. They're going to be paying more attention to you than you, and they're going to try to come into your life and try to tell you what you need to do, try to control things, try to get in your life and try to get you to be a certain way, live your life a certain way, try to get you to act how they want you to be. No, onlookers must be quiet. You can't come over here and try to run things. You can't come over here and try to control me. You can't come over here and try to get things to be done how you want them to be done. People like that are trying to use you. They have to do their own thing. They have to build something in their life. They have to do something that they themselves can control, because if they don't, then all they're going to do is be trying to leech off you. And you can't let people leech off you, especially onlookers. All right. People like that, they got to be quiet. They can't really tell you what to do. They don't have any say over your life. They got to be quiet. They got to shut up. There's nothing for them to say when it comes to what you choose to do with your life, especially if they're just onlookers. All right. You're going to have a lot of people who try to come from the sideline. You're going to have a lot of people who are on the sideline while you're in the game, telling you, hey, do this, hey, do that, hey, it would be better if you did this, hey, you shouldn't have this playing in the background, hey, you shouldn't do this, you should do it better like this. Everybody is going to have their opinion, all right, especially onlookers. Onlookers are always going to have an opinion. They do all the talking and none of the doing. They do all the watching and none of the creating. They'll watch you, they'll talk about you, they'll have negative things to say about you, but they won't be doing anything themselves, right? If they want to have something to say about how somebody does something, they need to, number one, say it about themselves. And if they want to control how something's done, or they want to control how people do things, they need to go create something and go do something themselves. People need to stop putting their nose where it don't belong in other people's business, but they just aren't going to stop doing that. Everybody feels that they have the right to tell people what they need to be doing with their life and their situation. And it's just not the case with you. All right. You are the type of person to ignore other people's opinions. Oh, well, you should get this job, or you should do this, or you should do that. Okay, onlooker, you're looking into my life. You're observing my life. You're analyzing my life. You're trying to tell me what I need to be doing with my life. I'm looking at you. You're not in a position or a place to where I'd want to be in. Yes, you have a few things going for you. You have maybe more things going for you than me. But who's to say that from me believing in myself, I can't make anything happen? When I believe in myself, I can make anything happen. When I believe in myself, that's the only thing that's going to happen, is that the impossible can happen. When you believe in yourself, you can do the impossible. You can create the impossible. There's nothing that you can't do when you believe in yourself. So anybody that comes into your life and tries to tell you what you can't do, or what you can't be, or what you can't have, they're onlookers. They'd be better off telling themselves what they can't be and what they can't do and what they can't have. People don't have any control over how you view yourself or your life. They're just onlookers trying to steal the show. And if they're trying to steal the show from the audience, that don't work. People who try to steal the show from the audience, they get escorted out. They get escorted out the venue. They have to leave. And that's what you do to these people with your mind. You escort these people out the venue of your mind, and they have to leave from your mind. All right. Don't let people live in your mind, try to tell you what to do when they're not doing anything themselves. You're not doing the average. You're doing the you're doing the extraordinary. All right, you're doing out of the box type things. You're not doing everything that everyone else is doing. You're not doing average Joe type stuff. You don't want average Joe type stuff. You want success. You want a level of success. You want to reach that level of success. Anybody that has an opinion of you and what you're doing with your life is not going to be the proper opinion, because they don't know where you're going. They don't know where you're trying to take it. They don't know what you want to be and what you want to do. Everybody has their own mindset developed and their own vision. And some of these people trying to tell you what to do, they don't even have no vision. It's like somebody writing a play, and then you got somebody who doesn't write plays coming to your life telling you how your play is supposed to go. It don't work like that. Those are onlookers. They have to stay in the audience where they belong. They don't belong running the show. They don't belong controlling your show. They have to control their own show. They have to do what their life requires of them to do. They have to do what their life is they have to do what's needed for their life, and they can't control you and try to control what you're supposed to do with your life. It just doesn't work like that. That's not the way life goes. Everybody who tries to control other people's lives and tell them what to do, when you look at their life, you're not going to see anything positive. You're not going to see them headed in the right direction. They're either at a standstill, they either have what they got from life and then that's it, and they didn't want any more. There are a lot of people out there who got what they wanted out of life and then they just didn't take it any further. And if they didn't take it to a place where you want to take your life, you really can't listen to them. Their advice may be valid, it may be positive, it may be very constructive, but if it's not helping, if you want to be a comedian and a librarian is trying to tell you how to live your life, that librarian may be able to take care of themselves. That librarian may have a 401k. That librarian may have the best benefits out there. But what benefit is it to you, a person who has a goal and a dream, to stop believing in yourself and stop believing in God that he can do for you what you want him to do for you? That's not going to benefit you at all. Listening to that person might help you get your life together. It might help you get some things in place for yourself. May help you get a home, car, benefits, 401k, all those good positive things. But you want to take your life to the mountaintop. You don't want to just go to the third floor. You want to go all the way to the top. And only God can help you go all the way to the top. Not listening to somebody who hasn't gone all the way to the top with no faith and no self-belief. That's not going to help you get to where you want to go. No matter how much that person wants to help you, no matter how bad that person wants to help you, no matter how bad that person can help you, you're going to have to look at them as somebody that's in the audience. All right, they may very well be the at the show every day. They may very well be one of your best members in the audience. They may be your top best fan. They may be your number one fan. But if what they have to say can't help you get to where you need to go, you have to see them as an onlooker. And that's nothing negative. That's not anything that's not positive. It's just that you can't view people and the things they say and hold it to a high regard if it's not where you want to go with your life, and if it's not going to help you get to where God's trying to take you. Everyone has their own vision from God for their life. And the vision that God gave you for your life is different than the vision that everyone else has for their life. There are some people that can only help you but so much and help you get but so far, because they don't know where you're trying to go. This is why people say where you're going, everyone can't go, because not everyone sees your vision. Not everyone has the vision. Not everyone is willing to put in the same amount of work as you. Some people are only willing to put in a certain amount of work that allows them to live an average lifestyle. You can't compare yourself to people who are only choosing to live an average lifestyle at best. There's nothing wrong with being average. It's just that there's more to life. You want more out of life. You don't want to have to do the same thing every day. You don't want to have to work for a company until you croak. You don't want to have to work for a company until you retire, and that's the only benefit you get from them after giving them the best years of your life. You rather figure things out. You rather get more out of life. You know there's more out of life. You know you deserve more out of life. And you're not going to allow anybody to tell you what you don't deserve, what you can't have, what you can't get, or what you should not expect out of life. Those people are onlookers. They have to create their own play. They got to write their own story. They got to write their own book. They got to go create their own thing. They have to go create their own reality. Nobody can create your reality for you. You have to let everybody else create their own reality for themselves. If not, you're going to be like a hamster stuck on a wheel, listening to everybody else, not getting anywhere, because deep down inside, you want to write your own story. You want to create your own play. You want to do things your way. You want to have your way. You want to have things the you way. You don't want to live your life the way they want you to. You don't want to do things the way they think you should do it. You want to do things the way you feel you should do it, because how you feel, how you feel about yourself is that you should do things according to the vision that God gave you. And you know that to be true. Those without a vision perish. God bless the child who has his own or her own what? His or her own vision. When you have your own vision, your life is going to be different. You're going to go through things. You're not going to have the same experiences as everybody else. You may have to go through times of darkness, times of trial, times of tribulation, times where it looked like you didn't have much, times where it looked like you may have been losing your mind, times where it looked like people didn't know if you wanted the best out of life or not, times where it looked like you didn't have the right idea, or you may not have been doing or thinking the right things, or you may not have been going in a positive direction. Times where it looked like you were going up, but to other times where it looked like you were going down, but when you were actually going up. Even though things may be looking down for you, I guarantee if you keep believing in God and the vision he put into your mind, eventually things are going to go up. It doesn't matter how people look at you. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what type of circumstances you're facing. If you keep your faith and you believe in God that things are going to work out, they will. All you have to do is keep believing in your dream and keep working on it every single day. Don't allow a day go by for you to not work on your dream. Don't allow a day to go by for you to not chase after your level of success. Don't allow a day to go by for you to know that you can be successful, because you can. You can be successful, and you will be successful. Success is yours. You just have to know that it's yours. You have to believe in it, and you can't let other people run your show. You can't let other people write your story. You can't let other people try to take your idea of success away from you. You know you can become successful. You know that you have the power to create whatever that you want with your life. You know that you have the right to do what you want with your life There are periods in people's lives who want to be successful where it doesn't look like it's going to work out for them. That's the period where God tests your faith. That's the period where you go through the test part. Not everybody wants to go through the test of life. Not everybody wants to go through those periods where it looks like they're not going to win in life. Not everybody wants to go through those periods in life where it looks like they're not going to have anything, all because they haven't won in life yet. All because they haven't created what it is they wanted to create yet. They're letting people judge them, and they're believing in those judgments from other people. Oh, my ego won't allow people to see me down before I get up. Oh, my ego won't allow me for people to see things not work out for me. That's okay. But that's why some people just don't make it, because they're too worried about what other people think. The onlookers, all right? Excuse me. Onlookers have to be quiet. You can't pay attention to what everybody has to say when it comes to you living your life and having your dream. Not everybody has the same vision as you, the same mindset as you, the same mind that's geared towards success. You have a mind that's geared towards success. Some people just have a mind that's geared towards an average life. You don't want to live an average life. You don't see yourself living an average life. You don't see anything average for yourself, despite even what you're going through. That's why you don't even share things with people, because people have a defeatist mindset. People have an average mindset. And you know that when people are trying to bring you down, that you know if you let them, then you're not going to be able to create what it is that you sought out to create for yourself. You're not going to be able to have the life that you wanted to have for yourself, because you believed in them instead of believing in yourself. And that's why people in the audience have to stay in the audience. When people get rowdy in the audience, when people try to control the show in the audience, when people try to act like they're a part of the show, When people try to control the show, they get kicked out. You run up on stage during somebody else's concert, you get knocked off. You get kicked out. So you have to do the same thing with people in your mind who have no say on your success. People trying to stop you from becoming successful. People trying to tell you that you can't do things. And not everyone that is telling you that you can't do or can't be or can't have is coming from a place of hate. Sometimes people, they just want you to win in life, and they don't want you to take risks because they were afraid to take risks, and they think if you take a risk, you're going to fail because that's all they've seen anybody else do. Success has a bad rep because people will say they want to be successful and won't work towards it. People will say they want certain things, but they won't work towards them. And you can't be one of those people. You can't be the person that doesn't work towards what they want. You can't be the person that doesn't go after what they want. You have to be the person that goes after what they want, and on top of that, believes that they can have it and knows that they can have it, and that deserve that they can have it, because you're all those things. And I just want you to know that you are all those things. Everything that you feel that you deserve, you're worthy of it. And the reason that you feel you're worthy of it is because God put that desire in you. And you have to listen to that. You have to listen to that voice. You have to trust your intuition, trust your discernment, and know that God wants you to be successful. And he gave you these ideas of success for a reason. All right, because you are about to enter into a successful season. So I really would like to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. Anybody that's on the sideline, anybody that's a bystander, anybody that's an onlooker, anybody that's in the audience, anybody that's one of those hate you, love you fans, don't listen to them. And the things that they say, they don't have any power over whether you can become successful or not. Only thing that has power over whether you become successful or not is your works, your deeds, and your faith. So keep believing in yourself and keep knowing that you can make it and that you can become successful no matter what they say, no matter who says what, no matter who may try to stop you, no matter who may lend out a negative opinion, no matter who doesn't think you can have it, no matter who's has more than you and is trying to plant negative seeds of doubt in your mind. It doesn't matter. All you need to know is that, these people are in the audience. I'm not going to let you control my show. I'm not going to let you control my life with your thoughts or your words of doubt, lack, or negativity, because people will try to stop you from thinking that you can make it when you actually can make it. And those, like, you ain't gonna never see nobody work as hard to try to stop you from believing in yourself when you're close to actually making it and knowing that, hey, I could do this. Hey, I could have this. Hey, I could be this. That's when they're gonna try to stop you the most. So when you have people that are trying to tell you that you're broke when you feel you're rich, and they're coming out of nowhere, like random people just trying to speak these things into your life, you know that you're on your way. You know that you're going to become successful. You know that you're going to get this, because the devil has to use those people to try to discourage you and to try to plant those seeds of doubt in your mind to make you think that you're not going to get it and it's never going to come. And that's what you have to ignore, and that's what you have to not pay attention to while you're creating your dream. Because while you're creating your reality, it's going to be a lot of people that are on the sideline that feel they need to come in and share their opinion with you because they tried and they couldn't make it. Oh, I tried that. It didn't work out for me. Well, what's to say that your situation is going to be the same as theirs? This person is just an onlooker. All right, so people that are onlooking at your success, you may even have to tell them to look the other way. Like, hey, I got this over here. Just, worry about you. Focus on you. We got this over here. We know what we're doing on this side. We're in control of this. I appreciate your opinion. I appreciate your help. I appreciate you trying to be a positive influence, but we're going to make sure that this works out. We're going to make sure that we get everything we need. We're going to make sure that we have a positive life. All right. So I appreciate what you're trying to do, but God has given me enough wisdom to see this through. God has given me enough confidence and courage in myself to be able to see this through. And I don't feel that you're working with enough faith to come over here and try to give me advice or to tell me what I should or shouldn't be doing. I just don't think your faith is there. And that's the thing. A lot of these people, they don't have faith like you do. Their faith is not there. They don't believe in themselves. All right, so people who don't believe in themselves, you can't let them try to get you to not believe in yourself, because then ain't nobody gonna have no faith. All right, you got one person that don't believe in themselves, and God forbid you listen to them. Where do you think you're gonna get? You're gonna be right where they are, not having what God had intended for you, because you allowed the devil to trick you into believing into a false prophet. All right, false prophets will definitely come into your life and try to get you to think those false thoughts, try to get you to agree with those false thoughts that aren't yours, that you're not supposed to be paying attention to, that you're not supposed to be believing in, that you have no business even entertaining. All right, so when God puts a vision in your mind and people are trying to get you to not believe in that vision, when people are trying to get you to not believe in your ability to succeed, those are people that you have to ignore. They're onlookers. Those are people that you don't pay attention to. All right, a lot of people don't have faith, like I said, and when you have faith, they want to try to stop you from believing in yourself. They want to stop you from knowing that you can succeed. They want to stop that courage and that confidence that you have in yourself and in your ability, because they see that you're more powerful than them and you have a stronger mind than them. You're more magnetic than them, right? And you can make things happen. So keep making things happen, and I'll see you all in the next video. Everybody smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. This has been another DrewTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.